Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. As Vytautas mentioned, I'm Renata Kalniūnienė, Marketing Project Manager at Softneta, and our webinar is going to be hosted by Vytautas, our CEO and co-founder, and I'm going to moderate the webinar. So what does it mean? In the end of the webinar, I'm going to read your questions. The questions you asked in the registration form, and also you can write all the questions during all webinar in the chat section. So in the end of the webinar, I'm going to read them, and Vytautas is going to answer. So I think, Vytautas, we could start.
Thank you, Renata, for introduction. So let's start today. Today I'm very proud to say that we have 7.8 version available for all our partners to download, test, and implement. So this work was quite huge. It's not 6 months like usually. Some of the task was much longer, and I'm proud to say that I will present them, and I believe this is huge opportunity for all our partners to go to the new segments by using Softneta technology in such segments like ophthalmology. Also, other very important features is available in this version, which I believe will significantly improve the possibilities for our partners to do much more things with our technology. So what's new? Actually, we have several types of new features which coming to this version. So one of them is of course based on the visualization, new measurements, new functions, but also in this version we have quite a lot things done in the invisible part of a MedDream, which is really could create some significant improvements in the usage of our product, such as new integration types, possibility to do personalized hanging protocols, and other features which you will see later on during my presentation. It became available. Today I will try to present my presentation in two parts, split in two parts. One part will be our presentation, which I will describe the features. You will see some screenshots, and later on I will try to show you live presentation of the most important features and solutions which I believe you need to take a look and you need to double check, because this opens you a new possibilities. So yes, so as I said, this is a new release. The number of new version is 7.8, is already available on our website for download and implementation, and also all related documentation is also exposed on the web page, which you could download, read, and use it. Also, I like to add that all these video web materials which we do today and show it will be provided you by Renata after our session, and you will get also the video for review later on. Or if you was registered and somehow was not able to make to join our webinar, so you also will, the link will be sent for you to watch our video, and I hope you will not miss any important news from us. So now let's see the major features which is included in 7.8. So I will start from one of the most long, this task took from us 1.5 years, and finally we have final version of our end user rendering MPR functionality with oblique function. This was very huge work and actually challenging work, because as you probably know, but we already had server-side rendering for the MPR and 3D functionality, which was very useful, and much of our partners already used that. But the end user rendering was always requested. What it gives independence from the bandwidth, and especially many of our partners, vendors using our product on the environment which is not local host, not the hospital, it's outside internet. In this environment, we're not able to predict the bandwidth stability, and it's needed to be on the end user rendering. So I'm proud to say that this was accomplished. Another very important feature which was related to that. So the new, especially Siemens CT-MR devices, we're creating a new saving methods, which saves the CT study as a sequence of multi-frames. And this was really challenging because in this case, our MPR functions didn't work and you was able to review it only like sign mode. So I'm proud to say that this was fixed, and now we are splitting this multi-frame series into sequence of images, so you could apply our MPR features, you could work with it as with a standard CT study. So this was also very important update for our partners. Another very nice feature was for the orthopedics use case. So we implemented very nice, later on I will show new measurement to measure the flat foot. So it's automated measurement, you put 3 dots and you get the measurement of a flat foot. So this is already beta version was tested in the highly loaded environments and we get very positive feedbacks. And another possibilities like propagate ROI measurements to other viewports automatically, which also gives improvement of the usage. One long time dreamed function, copy viewport to the clipboard and paste it in the reporting. So at the new version, we have now possibility to copy and create the picture from the viewport, including the measurement and comments if you write it, and then expose this copy to any reporting module which you are using. Yeah, so this is related to the second. Another very nice feature for the Google Cloud users. So we implemented also improvement in the speed of DICOM web performance, and also we changed parameters which allow now to users set security features on the Google Cloud. So now our product even more usable on the Google Cloud Health. Also, we created new GVT token support, which allows you to do new types of additional integration options, like adding the user and other parameters. And adding the user was the critical feature to create a personalized hanging protocol. So I'm also proud to say this is still hidden function, but as you are in webinar, so it's your benefit. So you need to know that in 7.8 version, we already created a personalized hanging protocols. So but it's work only with token integration. So through a token, you could pass the user, and then user could apply own hanging protocols, even customize the layout and other viewport functions for him during the integration. So this allows now our partners to create a personalized hanging protocols to every user of a system and create the best workflow for users to feel. So now we go into the features of the first feature, and the first also huge work which was also done during the last release of a version. It was ophthalmology. So in ophthalmology, we already implemented support for OPT-OCT studies, which was challenging for the decades for us. So we was able to show these studies, but we was not able to navigate them and correctly present reference lines. Today, I will show it. So with these changes and with personalized hanging protocols, now our partners could really replace the e-film systems, all the e-film systems in the hospitals, which was very popular for ophthalmology because it was only few viewers which was able to support OPT, OCT. And as you know, the e-film system is already discontinued. So it's a big opportunity for our partners to step into this market and to give a new quality for the hospitals in the ophthalmology. Yes, so that's how look our new oblique mist functions. So it's a real functional oblique MPR functionality, including the MIP and average, and also you could do a line measurement, angle, and ellipse. So plus it contains 3D rendering. The good thing, but this features was included now in the standard package till the summer for our partners to test and get feedback from the clients. And as you remember, this is based on end user rendering. So in the case of slow internet, you could preload the study to your browser and work without any latencies and any issues with performance like you faced in our past engine, which was based on server-side rendering, which need 4 megabits for every user to allocate of bandwidth. So, and this new MPR feature could work even on kilobits of bandwidth, because when you preload the data is rendered on your device, and this is no latency, and you could feel the performance as it on workstation. Yeah, so new feature, which is really was beautifully done. So it's a flat foot measurement, as you see in the picture, is just few points, and you get immediately the index of flat foot. So this is significantly reduce the time for diagnosis. If in the past you need to draw at least 5 lines to get the angle, so in this case it's just few dots and you get the exact measurements. So this is also, I believe, significant for these partners, which is work with the orthopedists. The propagation of ROI measurement, so it's quite easy. You just click and paste it on any other viewports, and you get exactly positions, exactly size, and you could compare. Copy image to Clipboard is a really new feature which we looked for the, as I said, for the years, and finally we get it. So as you see in the right corner, the new icon appears. This is a copy. When you click a copy, the whole active viewport is copied, including the measurements and writings. So, and then you could place this this copy in any reporting which have capability to present the images. So this function is also, if some partners would need server-side implementation, so by copy you would send it copy to another information system, it still requires some updates and some work on it. But now, because the engine itself is invented, so this R&D customization works would be not significant like in the past. So I really recommend for all of you, if you're facing this need, just to contact your dedicated person in Softneta and get your estimations on the needed changes, because I believe this is now not so significant. Another thing, this feature also enabling the future development of measurements automated passing to the reporting systems. So you need to know what this development also open a door to that segment too. This is example how it look copied into the Softneta report, but as I said, it's not limited to Softneta reporting system. It could be now placed in any reporting system which have capabilities to accept the images. Another significant changes which will be also come in the next release is our rebranding options. As you know, the new regulation of EU and USA more and more place new demands on the rebranding. So this change will be continuously. So I really recommend you to read our manuals about the possibility how to rebrand it. And in this manual we also reflect all changes which is coming with new MDR regulations. And yes, the changes will be definitely significant in next release, because as you know, or if not, you will be informed, but in many cases of rebrand, you will need to leave the original product name for traceability. And this is if in the past it was not mandatory, so now it's became mandatory. So we designing new design of about box, and everything will be placed in this document. So you need to really check eye on that documentation, because on the change you will be also obliged to change your branding options, because this is significant, important for the traceability and avoid any misunderstandings. Now I like to go to the live presentation. I will start from ophthalmology, because ophthalmology was always part where we was really strong, but still not finalized. So here we have some sample data from ophthalmology devices, and I will start from the OPT, which I really proud and which reflects you the changes which we did in the MedDream. So as you see, for example, first now the hanging protocol was created for ophthalmology. Now when I scroll the retina, I could see the position with reference lines on retina. The system itself recognized that this OPT, place the right images in the right sections, and this section was in the past multi-frame, so I was not able to scroll, I was not able to work as I was used to work with the images. So this is the feature which I explained, but now our viewer could split the multi-frames in the frames and use it as the sets of images instead of multi-frames. And yes, and it's works also on CT, MRIs, newer studies. So this is a big change. And of course, this innovative view of the OPT, which was critical for doctors to be able to diagnose, was also implemented. So this is very important part. Also I could show other studies which was very interesting, like support on the different formats from different ophthalmic devices. So as you see, PDFs with color images, the data could be presented, could be zoomed, scroll through images. Also, we implemented some innovative hanging protocols. For example, here is to blindness of the eyes, so you could also review the PDFs. Another very interesting case is this one. So as you see, this also plays the blindness, rotates the PDFs, placing the correct positions. So now with the newest MedDream, you could optimize the hanging protocols, personalize hanging protocols by devices, by users, and create the fastest way for the doctors to work. And I could really say that this is the right moment to present our product for ophthalmologists too. Just you need to know in one small thing, but when we speak about OPT, OCT support, because it's a very fresh support, so we're supporting yet only few devices. So when you place it in the new hospital, which contains several new devices of OPT, OCT, you need to count several months of additional development, which will be done to support these devices, and then they will be presented correctly. So this is quite important to know, but as most bright viewers, they even not support that format. So this is a unique selling point to our partners. Now I will switch to the other installation, which is more related to the not ophthalmic, but to our standard deployment of a product. So let's see the flat foot measurement. Yeah, so the measurement is done by clicking flat foot 1, 2, 3, and we immediately get the measurement, the angle and the millimeters. So this is a very fast way how to do flat foot measurements. Yes, let's go now to see copy to clipboard image. So we could open like CT to see also the new MPR functions. So I'm selecting now any study which I like to create MPR. I need to check the MPR functionality, and as you see, the new oblique mist function became available. So when you click oblique mist function, the system preloads the data to your computer. As you see, the red line is progressing. And now we have a MPR available. This MPR means that I can disconnect internet and still work the same smoothness. As you see, the performance is amazing. So the rotation is available. Also, you could change the MIP. You could select which methodology you like. So this is how the new MPR features look. And as I said, the performance by double click, you could switch to the needed series and scroll through the whole study. So this is very easy to use. Also, the 3D function is included. Just you need to know that to rotate the 3D, you need to activate the rotation button, and when rotation is available, also you could select different 3D modeling algorithms. So the selections is on the right bottom corner, and you could work and as I said, this is a professional MPR, and we included it in the basic package till the summer. So also when you always miss or did something, you can click the reset button and return to the starting position. So this is very long work. I would say it was 1.5 years to develop that. As you remember, in previous version we had only MPR functionality without design, and this version was significantly improved the performance, and also we get a lot of improvement in the quality of images, and plus 3D was added. So this was very huge thing which we did, and also the nice thing, but you could also compare now. You could place two different MPRs in one view and have nice experience on comparing them. Yeah, this was wrong because it contains two phases. As you see, the system automatically recognizes the phases, and you could again repeat the MPR. And now, if from this we will create, it will be just alone. So you could contain and compare two series, one with contrast, another without. So and doing on the end user rendering. So this was really something which was being not able to do, and which is very important to our partners. Again, I would like to switch to another function which we said was implemented. So if we click and open the study, so I'm now able to just, for example, do some measurements and click Clipboard. Now when I copy to Clipboard, like I open like Paint, any other application like reporting, and there I can paste. As you see, the image contains all measurements, reports, and could be pasted in any application which could accept like Word reporting system. So this was really nice feature, and it gives a possibility, as I said, in future to parse also measurement and automatically pass it to the reporting. But this is need the integration efforts. So your engineers need to connect with our integration department to discuss about possibilities to use these features on how to transfer the measurements to the reporting. Another very important change, if we speak not about visual things, is how our studies could be prepared. So this is also, you need to contact and check the settings in documentation, because a lot of new things coming, like, for example, now if you are working more outside of a hospital and your users need always to preload studies to the computer, so we containing a new way of communication where our system zips data in the backend and sends only zips to the user. So in this case, we could increase up to 50% the performance on low bandwidth for preload speed. So you definitely need to speak with our or write to our engineers questions and explain your workflows, and we will advise you which documentation you need to check to get maximum from this version. I believe if we speak about the visual features and the features, for today, it's everything which I wanted to present. And now, Renata, maybe we can switch to the questions and also to your announcement.
Yes, of course, Vytautas. Okay, we got some questions during webinar. First, I'm going to read the questions we got before webinar. Are you considering spinal tools, and also are you still on track for certification in the USA for mammograms in December?
Good question. So unfortunately, we will not get certification till December in USA, but we will definitely get it next year. All budget for that work is already approved by the shareholders, and the process is already started on the certification for mammography. Regarding the spinal tools, this is still on the discussions, and this is not clearly yet put it in the roadmap. So unfortunately, I am not able to confirm it at this point.
Okay, so next one question, beta series prefetch for performance reasons.
Yes, this is something which is already did. As I said, we also later on, Renata will announce we're planning to do also training webinars. So, but yes, the new version contains several prefetch options, and when you will understand them, you could organize the work in such a way that you could increase the performance even up to 50%. So 50%. So it's huge upgrade on the performance, but it's a request from you a little bit analysis of your system and also selection the right methodology which you enable in our backend. So this available, but this need to be configured.
Okay. One more question. There is a problem with the MedDream DICOM viewer licensing, which we already reported to your support team. The problem is that when there is Docker installed on the same machine as MedDream viewer, the license doesn't work. The response we got from the MedDream support team is that the license consider all the network cards, even those created by Docker. So when it restarts and Docker network cards change, the problem happens. which is not reasonable reason. Is that true? And what would be the solution?
Yes, this is true, and we need to understand what this is how the MedDream behaves, and this is very important to keep our recommendations as it's written. So by our recommendations, it's written that MedDream could be only one placed in the operating system where he operates. If you place in that operating system where is MedDream deployed another virtualization system, it conflicts with our licensing. This is no way to use it safely on the same container in MedDream in other containers. Even if it's a physical installation, so it's a physical server, you install the MedDream, and in that operating system you install another virtualizations, it will always conflict with the MedDream. So it's only one solution can be, but you use a physical server, you could use any virtualization you like, but you need to put the MedDream in dedicated virtual machine when it will be no problems. If you're trying to mix the MedDream with the other virtualizations in the same operational system, this will create a conflict, and we cannot guarantee the stable work of the system. That's why in our engineer manuals is written that MedDream could be deployed only alone in the stable environment. So it means in the operational system must be dedicated only for the MedDream, and it must be deployed together, and you could place on Docker, on any virtual machine, or on physical server MedDream, but it must be not mixed with other virtualizations, which changing the parameters of the operational system. So this is how it's work, and this is the limitation of our licensing and our system. But as I know, most of the other system would conflict the same.
Okay, thank you, Vytautas. We have 4 questions, but I'm going to read questions during the session first. We have some clients who ask about the possibility of making angiography diagnosis. Is the MedDream viewer support that?
Yes, so angiography is supported, and you could do measurements, you could invert angiography, and I could even show the small presentation of it. Now I'm selecting angiography from our web page, so you could also go in the same web page. Yeah, so now we have the angiography examination. So you could scroll, you could zoom, you could, what most importantly, invert the data, and you could work with that, and also you can stop at any point, you can zoom, you can do a measurement if it's needed. So everything is available, not of course as in the most expensive workstations, but basic diagnostic could be provided by the MedDream for angiography too, because you could invert, you could switch, you could zoom, and you could see all the data. So yes. So then I'm switching off and returning back to you, Renata.
Yeah, these are the questions we got during the webinar. So another one would be, which interface cards, input card, do you use in video station? Could you please share details? I'm from India and work with individuals.
Yes. Yes, so if we speak about video station, so we support any video output in our card. So it means you could connect any video signal from any device to our video card, and it could be captured, stored, and streamed. So up to 4K signal. It's also available on our website. If you go to our product and also go to the video station, you could see a brochure. In the brochure, we are also showing a type of signal. So yes, it's available on site. And as I said, we support all signals digital and analog signals.
Is the new MPA/mist replacing the current MPA orthogonal? If yes, is it available for all licensed users, or still 3D option licensing is needed?
Yes, so at this point, it's not replacing. It's I would say adding new ways. So it means we planning to give for all users our oblique mist till the summer, but these users which already have our 3D option enabled, so they will be able to use two the mist together with the 3D licenses. And you need to know what these two options they stay. We planning definitely a few years, because the server-side rendering have also some benefits in some environments where he give some performance, faster performance on the opening of the image. So we still working on both engines, and we will see in few years what it will be outcome. But at this point, we're planning to keep them both together, and from summertime they will be probably bundled together. At this point, because it's very fresh technology and we like to get more information about usage, we're giving for everyone a possibility to use that feature for free.
Okay. Another part also about MPR. Can we synchronize two MPR in comparison?
At this point, no, but as I know, we are planning to work on it. This is most likely will be included in our roadmap for next year.
Okay. Another question, can a MedDream viewer work directly with video station or requires a PAX server?
Yes, this is required, because you need to know what the video station records the studies and then pass it to the PAX system, and the MedDream takes data from the PAX. So in between of the MedDream and record station must be PAX. Not important that it could be Softneta PAX. It could be any PAX which could accept videos, but of course with our PAX you have more features, more fast performance. But if you already have a PAX which is able to receive a video formats, so it's not must but you need to take our PAX. You could send these PAX to this data to your PAX and connect MedDream to your PAX and then achieve the same functionality.
Okay, thanks. Another one, is it possible to have a DICOM printing system on the web viewer?
At this point, this feature is still on consideration to add to the, our roadmap. At this point, we propose other vendors' DICOM print options, because this is very hard for us to make this choice, because this is very rare needed, and we not believe in long term of the films. So that's why we prefer to use third-party DICOM print options instead of ours. But now we have several vendors which is really want to use our DICOM print option. So I don't know how negotiations will be finished, but it could be, yes, what it comes at the end of the year. But I will be able to say it for sure only on the next our presentation, which will be on the summer when we will present the new version.
Okay. Another question regarding MedDream Premium Packs. Is there still difference between Microsoft Windows vs Linux backend or not? Available features, 3D, etc.
Yes, so if you are selecting our MedDream Packs Premium, so it will be no difference which operational system you will select, or Windows or Linux. At this point, they are synchronized and you can use all features from our list on both operational systems.
So one of our clients asked about separate sessions. Client had very poor understanding of the use cases and basic questions. We want to get my team to attend this session so that we can clarify the same. Would you give us a separate session? So our answer to this would be that for the next year, we are going to arrange technical trainings. It is going to be a new thing for us, not webinars like this, but trainings dedicated for integration questions, support issues. So please make sure you get our newsletters, because I'm going to send the registration form, also the same principle as for webinar. You could write top questions, top issues you have with support, with integration, etc. We are going to collect the questions, separate the most important topics for our clients, and we're going to arrange technical trainings. They also will be recorded, and also the video recordings will be on YouTube and on our website. Vytautas, do you want to add something?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, I would like to add. So this is very important to know that these trainings will appear every quarter at the end of a quarter. And these first 2 months of a quarter, we will collect the partner needs, and we will try to do at least 1 hour, maybe even up to 2-hour trainings. So on these trainings, we will show the most important tricks, how to speed up the system, how to do integrations, and this will be driven by our partners. So the partners will send us the list of the trainings which we like to have, and all of them will be collected. And as I said, it will be mandatory to do at least 1 training in quarter. So I really recommend to follow our website too, because if somehow for you the newsletter will not come, so anyway it will be presented in our website, where you could find the date of a webinar and register for the trainings. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We got a few more questions, so not to miss them, I'm going to read them now. Is curved mode available? I guess it's about MPR.
Yes, this is about MPR function. The curved mode is still not available, but we are in the we believe will be next year definitely implemented.
Okay, and one more. Do you consider server-side rendering for multi-frame series as a performance improvement for remote use?
This is very, very, very good question. I like to say, but now we are doing a big R&D work, how to improve MPR, not MPR, with multi-frame performance, especially for tomosynthesis. So we expect huge change during the next version. This is already included in the roadmap, and it will be a lot of work. And I like to say that it will be based on the end user rendering. So it's mean you will still have the same benefits from our viewer, but the performance will be created by the intellectual streaming mechanism, which will stream only these frames which are on the interest of the user. And we expect shrink now we have for tomosynthesis, which is 2 GB study, like 30 seconds to show the study. We expect to shrink to 3-4 seconds. So it will be like 6 times the improvement in the timing. So this is a very, very huge work which we are working, and I believe we all will benefit from that.
Okay, we got another question. What about liver segmentation function?
Yes, segmentation function actually is we planning this is already available for limited partners list, but on the next release it definitely will be available to all our partners, but you need to check our newsletters. Maybe it will come a little bit earlier.
Okay, thank you. So I guess for the question, this is it. So
but we also need to give more information regarding other topic.
Yes.
So as Renata already explained it, we will have quite big change during the next year regarding the information which we provide to our partners. One change is our technical training. Another change will be we planning to increase intensity of our meetings by adding new type of meeting, the solution meeting. So I will try to collect the most bright use cases of our product during the quarter, and every quarter I will try to present the solutions which was created using our technology and try to explain the unique things which was implemented. And on these use cases, you could learn how you can use a MedDream in different way. And this will be very correlate with our technical trainings. So I really recommend to also check one eye on these usability programs which I will present.
Yeah, as Vytautas mentioned, solutions. We have on our website page solutions. It's separated for types like software vendors, hardware vendors, depending on the field you are operating. And also we are going to extend these pages, prepare more information for useful information for your cases. It's going to be all the trainings Vytautas just mentioned, also will be recordings here. We're going to update this section. Also, I want to present that we have some news in documentation page. We have here user guide features. I want to also please pay attention that in this section we put videos. For example, now we present new features, but also all the new features goes in this section. For example, if we have new measurement like flat foot, yes, it's not already here, but it's going to be next week. For example, CTR measurement. It's short explanation and video tutorial. Short video tutorial you can easily share. You can easily send only the link to this measurement and etc. Also, we have in this page installation and integration guide. So I want to show this section, integration guide. It's a new section. More information is now under preparation, and we're going to extend this page. Here you can see video, you can see links to the types of different integration, yeah, and also documents. Easily just click and you see document. Also, I want to show, maybe you didn't see, we have a frequently asked question page, and it's by the themes. Yeah, so integration also has this separate section, and maybe if you have some questions, maybe you can easily find in these. Yeah. For example, 3D option, we are going to prepare also videos and put here. And once again, make sure you get our newsletters, because all the news we put on our website, and also we send by the newsletter. For example, like this webinar, we put information also on our social networks like LinkedIn or Facebook, but we put also here, and you easily can find webinars. After webinar, you can find recording here. And when we are going to arrange technical trainings, we're also going to put note here, upcoming event. And we also got few more questions. So I'm going to read, what are the tools dedicated to MRI images?
Yes, so MRI images, you could, when you open the measurements like line, like angle, all of them is available. Also, you could create MPR view if the sequence is in the right positions. So all the same like for the CT, it's available. And yes, in 3D, volume rendering is also available.
Okay, thank you. And the last question we got, very nice question, what I wanted to mention about recording of this webinar. Yes, the recording of this webinar will be also available. All the registrants will get link to the video recording in few days, and also webinars, videos for the webinars are on our website, like previous webinar. After the webinar, I place the video recording in the same post. And once again, you are going to receive by the email.
Probably it come in few days.
Yeah, few days.
Next week.
Few days. So I guess from me, this is it. Maybe Vytautas wants to add something.
Yes, I really like to thank you all of participants, all of these which was not able to join but registered. So you will get this webinar. Also, it became available on the medias. So please use it. Any questions, you could also point to our support or integration team or to your dedicated person. And many thanks to these who I was able to meet in RSNA during our live presentation. And it is my pleasure to be, and I hope to see you much often next year. As I said, we're planning to give more and more information to our partners, but you could use them wisely and make your business better.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a nice day, and we will see you on our next events, trainings, and webinars.